I don't know how to make an intro for this, so I'm just gonna say Jonah Hill laughs awesome in this movie. War Dogs is directed by Todd Phillips, the director of the Hangover trilogy, Old School, and Due Date. This film stars Jonah Hill, Miles Teller, and Bradley Cooper. In this film, Jonah Hill and Miles Teller play two guys in their 20s who basically reunite after high school, and they start a business, and they become arms dealers, and that's all I'm going to tell you going into this movie, because you really shouldn't know much about it, although the trailers kind of give you a basic idea of what the movie's about. I was interested in this movie. I like the trailers, I like Jonah Hill, I like Miles Teller. I love the first Hangover. So I'm always kind of interested in whatever Todd Phillips directs. And this movie looked enjoyable from the trailers, and I gotta tell you that it was enjoyable. It was funny, it was charming, it had some heart to it, it had some serious moments to it. It's based on a true story. And when you go into a movie like this, with the particular subject matter, you don't want it to be entirely comedy. You want it to have some serious elements to it, and it does. This is something that Pain and Gain failed to do, because Pain and Gain was a movie that was just trying to be funny from beginning to end, and when it tried to be serious, it did not work. When this movie tries to be serious, it works for the most part. So let's start with the positives. Jonah Hill and Miles Teller, these guys worked so well together. I really love their chemistry. I love both of their performances, especially Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill, I mean, he's definitely the funny one of the group, and Miles Teller's more the straight man, but when Miles Teller is funny, he is funny. He also narrates the film, so you kind of feel for him more than Jonah Hill. But that being said, you do feel for Jonah Hill in some ways until you learn some things about his character that you're just like, ooh, that's kind of crazy. The girlfriend of Miles Teller was really cute. She was good, as was Bradley Cooper. His role was really entertaining. Not too big, but it was pretty darn good. The direction is pretty superb. It's nothing special. I still think The Hangover is Todd Phillips' best directed film, but that being said, this is still a well-directed film. The cinematography, I actually had to talk about because it's a really well-shot film. The shots in Miami look great, but when they're in Iraq or Afghanistan or Jordan, it looks really, really good. It's from the same guy who shot Garden State, and that's an awesome movie in terms of the film itself and the way it's shot. I like the song choices in this movie. It wasn't like jarring like the Suicide Squad soundtrack, because over time I realized that soundtrack was pretty jarring. The pacing. Now this movie clocks in almost 2 hours. It should have been at least 90 minutes. The first act, I'll say, is great. The comedy is sharp, the dialogue is great. The second act has a blend of comedy and drama, and it's good. The third and final act was more drama and more suspense. It worked, but there were some aspects where it didn't work, and I just thought the third act was fine. The first act was the best act. Like, the beginning of this movie is great. There's some nice homages to Scarface throughout this movie, which is awesome, because Scarface, you know, is a cinematic masterpiece. In my opinion, it is. I just had a fun time with the movie. And if you're going into this movie expecting like a full-on Oscar type of film, then that's not what you're going to get. You're going to get something really entertaining, something enjoyable, like a nice little summer comedy. And I'm really glad I saw this movie early. I enjoyed War Dogs. Hill and Teller work very well together. The cinematography is good. The comedy, for the most part, is good. The dialogue is really sharp. Todd Phillips' direction is pretty good. I enjoyed War Dogs. I'm going to give it a solid B. Guys, tell me down what you thought of this movie. If you saw it, are you interested in seeing it? What's your favorite Jonah Hill film / performance? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.